Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Just like to tell you that the bride's only a few minutes away. If you could please take your seats and turn any electronic device into off or silent mode, please.
Κάθε φορά που σε κοιτώ, θέλω τα χείλη σου να τα γευτώ, κι όμως το πέτυχα και αυτό, κι ακόμα απορώ αν
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're here today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Jim and Toula. My name is Timothy Desmond and I'll be your officiant today. Welcome one and all. I take this opportunity to explain that as Toula does not speak a word of English, I have Jim's sister Nikki who will interpret my word for Toula. I personally thank Nikki in advance for doing this on Jim and Toula's behalf. Some of you may know that Jim and Toula were actually high school sweethearts in the 1970s in Greece. And with Jim's family moving to Australia, Jim and Toula parted ways and moved on in life, but they often thought of each other. Both have been married, Jim and his wife for 5 years, and they have 2 children, Ben and Jennifer. Sadly, Toula's husband was tragically killed in 2007. She has 2 children as well, Alexia and Adonis. Jim and Toula's children between them have 8 grandchildren and all are present with us today. With today's 21st century technologies and the advent of social media, both signed up to Facebook and they located each other and have been communicating for some time. Jim returned to Greece to visit family and they caught up. Their chance meeting up again when Jim was in Greece was euphoric. It was once again instant love. They basically picked up where they left off and in their words, then this happened. We acknowledge Toula's father, George, and mother, Christina, who have travelled to Australia, and her 2 half-brothers, Esteban and Adonis, and her half-sister, Agapi. And Jim's mum, Olympia, and dad, Stavros, his grandmother, Anastasia, who are also here from Greece, along with other family and friends who have travelled far and wide to be here today. They also ask that I acknowledge their grandparents, who due to ill health were unable to travel to Australia. On Toula's side, her paternal grandfather Demetrius and maternal grandmother Katia, along with Christos and Adriana and Christos on Jim's side, and many uncles and aunties and cousins. They all send their best wishes for a beautiful day. Nikki, if you could interpret for me to George and ask George, I ask who presents this bride to be married today?
Who presents this bride to be married today? I do.
Thank you. I now ask for Jim's sister Nikki to come forward as she has a reading. George, you may take a seat.
Love and marriage is about 2 people wanting to share the rest of their lives together. Today we will witness Jim and Toula make that commitment, and although it is probably 30 years late, nevertheless it is happening. I watched these guys share first love, and Jim was truly smitten by Toula. He was like a puppy dog, and I haven't seen that spark in him for many years. When Jim came back from Greece visiting his parents, he had that spark. The spark I remember as a 13-year-old when they first met. I am so pleased that you found each other and that they are finally tying the knot. I wish you only happiness in your continued love and beautiful love story.
Thank you, Nikki. Ladies and gentlemen, I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I must remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship which you are about to now enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life. To you, James, present yourself here today to be joined in marriage with Toula, promising to be faithful and honest with her as you both may live.
I do.
And Nikki, if you could ask for Toula in Greek. Do you, Toula,
Do you, for Toula,
present yourself here today
present yourself here today
to be joined in marriage with James,
to be joined in marriage to James,
promising to be faithful and honest with him
promising to be faithful and honest to him,
as long as you both may live?
as long as you both may live?
Ask the bride if she can just simply say yes. If it's yes, she can simply say I do.
Ask the bride if she can simply say yes.
I do.
I do.
Thank you, Toula. Thank you, Nikki. I now call upon James and Toula to say their vows. James, I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
James Stephen Peters,
James Stephen Peters,
take thee,
take thee,
Toula,
Toula,
Christa,
Christa,
Christicus,
Christicus,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
be my lawful wedded wife.
Thank you, James. Toula, assisted by Nikki. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Toula,
Toula,
Christa,
Christa,
Christicus,
Christicus,
take thee,
take thee,
James
James,
Stephen Peters,
Stephen Peters,
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
be my lawfully wedded husband.
I do.
Thank you, Toula, ably assisted by Nikki. And now for the ring exchange. You got the rings? Best ones for that, eh? So, James, you could repeat after me. Toula,
Toula,
I place this ring on your finger
I place this ring on your finger
to seal our marriage in love and affection,
to seal our marriage in love and affection,
to have and to hold as long as we both shall live.
to have and to hold as long as we both shall live.
I promise to be a good husband to you,
I promise to be a good husband to you,
to provide to you,
to provide for you,
and comfort you and love you for the
comfort
rest
you
of my life.
and love you for the rest of my life.
I look forward to blending our existing families,
I look forward to
blending our existing families into one, sharing all the joys and memories together.
sharing all the joys and memories together.
Okay. Toula,
Toula,
through Nikki.
through Nikki.
James,
James,
I place this ring on your finger
I place this ring on your finger
Place this ring on your finger.
to seal our enduring love
to seal our enduring love
Seal our enduring love
and commitment to each other,
and our commitment to each other,
and our commitment to each other.
to have and to hold
to have and to hold,
To have
through
and to hold.
sickness and in health,
in sickness and in
In
health,
sickness and in health.
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
I'll do my best to love
I'll do my best to love
I'll
And
do my
support
best to
you.
love
and support you
and support you
through our journey,
through our journey.
through our journey.
and will make a good home
We'll make a good home
We'll make a
For
good
you.
home
for you,
for you,
our children
our children,
and our grandchildren.
and our grandchildren.
and our grandchildren.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Toula. Family and friends, I take this opportunity to wish Jim and Toula a long-lasting marriage and to enjoy all the beautiful things that come with being married and having a large family around you. And I now pronounce you as husband and wife. Okay, and we now have to do the legal required documents, and I ask that our witnesses, John Jamison, to come forward and join Nikita and Jim and Toula at the signing table. We'll be back in a few minutes. Anyone wishing to take photos, please come forward now and ensure you are not hindering the official photographer in capturing that special moment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The bride and groom are now going to perform a traditional ritual. Jordan almonds and bombardiniers. For many Greek wedding guests, the tradition of handing out candy-coated almonds as a wedding favour is one of many memorable aspects of the Greek wedding, and Jim and Toula have decided to do this with you today. Nikki will start to hand out those on behalf. Thank you, Nikki. This enduring wedding tradition is called bombonieria and has been associated with the Eastern Orthodox weddings for more than 3 millennia. The salty sweet combination symbolises life's ups and downs and the hopes that there will be more sweet than bitter. Couples typically give an odd number of almonds to each in each flavour to note the indivisible power of their marriage, with 5 being the most traditional number. Each almond symbolises their hopes for their life, health, happiness, fertility, wealth and long life. They have chosen this today to respect their Greek heritage, but to also acknowledge that modern times change. And I now ask for Jim's son Ben to come forward for the second reading.
Dad, we've been through many ups and downs, but I am so happy for you today, marrying the love of your life, Toula. When you speak about her, you light up and shine, and I know she is the one for you. Toula, we welcome you into our family and offer you our love and support, and we look forward to you moving to Australia to live with Dad. My children are looking forward to having new cousins as a family, and we continue to grow and have many happy memories.
Thank you, Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formality of Jim and Toula's wedding. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish them love and happiness for their future together. What a gorgeous story, how they fell in love as school sweethearts and all these years later fell back in love again. It just goes to show that famous quote, "Love conquers all," is true and has in fact been witnessed by you all here today, celebrating the reunion of 2 special people. by bringing together the two families to make one big happy family with loads of love, and I'm sure that the grandchildren are going to be very spoiled by Yaya and Papa Lee. As you would be aware, Jim and Toula are holding their reception at the RACV City Club in Burke Street. They requested that I inform you that after your good wishes and congratulations, they'll head out off to have some private photos with their photographer and will be arriving at the club in about an hour. You're more than welcome to head back and catch up in the main bar until their arrival. And I'll just perform a final blessing. I take this moment to wish you both a lifetime of love and happiness and extend my best wishes on this wonderful journey called marriage. May the years ahead be filled with lasting joy and the love you share today grow stronger as you grow older together. From our early conversations, I know that you will not take life for granted. It can be swept away from you without notice. Therefore, you need to make the most of every day together. Make the most of every opportunity, and I know that in your eyes, family is first. Thank you for letting me have the privilege to be part of your special day. It has been an honour. Hold the memories of this day close to each other, and when things appear hard, remember the words you spoke to each other today. This will get you through the sometimes difficult times. Build on those experiences which make the next hurdle easier. Remember, not all the bombardierers are sweet. At times you will need to make some personal sacrifices or compromises for each other. This is what being husband and wife is all about. Working together, supporting each other, and offering endless love to each other to ensure you both have a happy marriage. Family and friends, I take this opportunity to wish Jim and Toula an enduring marriage and to enjoy all the beautiful things that come with being a committed, unified relationship. I'd like to formally present to you for the first time the newest Mr. and Mrs. Peters.